Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. I bet you're wondering, what is Robbie doing sat in a car? Yeah, I'm actually doing Transfer Daily from my car today. I'm in a bit of a rush today because I've got to get to the airport to get over to Russia again for England's semi-final. It's a real mad one today. I mean, I just couldn't get any flights whatsoever going direct because now all of a sudden everybody wants to get out to Moscow to watch England. So couldn't get anything. I'm having to go via here, via there. It's mad. And at the last minute, as I was getting ready to sort of go up to the studio and do the show today, I'm told that, listen, you need to get to the airport now if you're going to get this flight. So I need to jump on this. I need to try and get on this flight. So hence why I'm doing it in the car. So forgive me for that. And it's not a Rolls Royce, as you can see, right? For all those people, roller, it's not no Rolls Royce. But listen, transfer news. It's all about Lucas Torreira. I mean, probably, maybe even by the time this video comes out, who knows, he would have signed for Arsenal. It was all done yesterday. He did his medical. I've heard he took his pictures. Everything was all done yesterday in preparation for the big announcement that Lucas Torreira is signing for Arsenal Football Club. A friend of mine even saw him in Hertfordshire yesterday, and he said he had a massive smile on his face, looked really, really happy. And the 22-year-old is going to be coming in as our new defensive midfielder. And I'm quite excited about this signing. I must admit, when it was first being talked about, Lucas Torreira, I was aware of who he was, but I wasn't like, I was thinking, okay, yes, it seems like not a bad signing. But having watched him in the World Cup, I was really impressed by his performance. Kind of backed up a lot of what people have been talking about his performances for Sampdoria. I kind of like that Uruguayan spirit, and I think that that's something that he can bring to the club. And I think, listen, we're going to have to give him time because this is the Premier League. He's a very young player as well, and adjusting to life in the Premier League is going to be difficult for him. He doesn't speak the language, but I just feel that, you know, he's come from the Italian league where defence is really, really important. He's a Uruguayan and they're used to playing in that sort of quite defensive shape. I mean, Uruguay being described the other day as like the international Atletico Madrid. And I just think that he's going to bring a real solidity to the team. And I really do think that it's a fantastic signing. And as I said yesterday, as well as him being a great defensive player, he's also very good on the ball. You notice he took all the set pieces for Uruguay. He is going to be a very good signing. So I think this is a good job done by Arsenal, and it should be unveiled today that Lucas Torreira is an Arsenal player. Moving out the other way, though, confirmed yesterday is Jack Wilshere has joined West Ham United on a 3-year deal. I don't know. I'm very sad about it. I sort of saw some of the responses from some of the Arsenal fans out there sort of saying that, you know, they weren't saying good riddance or nothing, and nobody would say that about Jack Wilshere, but they were saying things like, some people were saying things like, well, yeah, you had to go, you know, we haven't lost anything and stuff like that. For me, we have. We lost a guy that loved the club, that bled Arsenal, you know, would have fought and done everything on the pitch for Arsenal, and was a really, really talented player. And as was a player that come through the ranks at Arsenal, was been there for 17 years. And I personally, I don't know about other people, but I personally always want to see those sort of players that have come through the system do well, make it at Arsenal. And Jack Wilshere, spoken about so highly over so many years, it just hasn't worked out for him. Injuries have ravaged his career. And I'm wishing him all the best now at West Ham United. And yeah, he's moved on. It is official yesterday. He even put there, I think this may have been annoyed a lot of Arsenal fans. He said, you know, there's always, you will know very well that, you know, there's always been a West Ham connection because, you know, a lot of my family have been West Ham supporters. There's some Arsenal fans who are saying, why did he have to go and start saying stuff like that? Well, he's saying that because it's true. You know, his dad is a West Ham supporter. We've known that for a very long time. But yeah, no more Jack Wilshere. Do you know the other thing about this, right? I just think to myself again, this is another one of the things when I look at our old transfer policy, because I know we've made all the changes on that, but how have we allowed Jack Wilshere to leave Arsenal Football Club for nothing? Free transfer, one of the top British midfielders, and you know that you get a premium for British players. Even if we thought we were going to move him on, we should have signed him up to a contract so that when we did move him on, we got some money for him. We've had him for 17 years and we've let him go for 0. It just doesn't make sense. The old transfer system that we had has got a lot to answer for, you know, especially it used to be good, but in recent seasons, some of what's happened, you know, Jack now going for free, you know, Van Persie, when he left, his contract being able to run right down. Alexis Sanchez, contract being allowed to run right. It just has been, you know, when we analyse it, it's been appalling. It really has been appalling. And now the latest, Jack Wilshere going for free. Shkodran Mustafi today, linked with a move to Juventus. Now, I think I was one of the first people to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, that Juventus are interested in him. And it's all surfaced again today. The Daily Mirror newspaper going very heavy with it today, saying that Mustafi is like a plan B for Juventus. If they don't get Diego Godin, who's their number one target, Juventus going big at the moment in the transfer market. We all know about them trying to get Ronaldo at the moment as well. But if they don't get Diego Godin, the plan B is to get Shkodran Mustafi. Now, should we sell Mustafi? If we do sell Mustafi, will we have enough in defence? I know that we've bought in Socrates, but remember, Koscielny's going to be out for a very long time. You've got Callum Chambers there, Rob Holding. Are they ready to step up into that position week in, week out? Alongside Socrates, who, remember, he's new. You know, and if we did sell Mustafi, does that mean then we need to go and get another centre-back in? So, I don't know. I'd like to get your guys' thoughts on it. Because the thing is about Mustafi as well, when Mustafi first came in at Arsenal, he had a good partnership with Laurent Koscielny. Ever since he sort of got injured, he's just been absolutely all over the place. But Mustafi linked with Juventus today. Should we sell? I'd really like you guys to let me know. As a matter of fact, let's do a poll on it. If Juventus wants Shkodran Mustafi, should we sell him? Yes or no? Let me know. Danny Welbeck as well. That's another one. Got obviously the big game tomorrow for England. He's only really featured in one England game, and that was only for about 15 minutes. That was the game against Belgium, and that was really basically when England put out a reserve team. But he's still there with the England squad, our only Arsenal representative. But what happens to him when the World Cup's over? Again, another player that's only got 1 year left on his contract. Now, do we sign him on a new deal? Which means we'd have to give him at least, 2 to 3 years to make it worthwhile, because, he can be an important player. He can be a guy that can play as a centre forward. He can play out wide. He could be a very important player for Arsenal moving forward. Or do we try and cash in on Danny Welbeck? 1 year left on his contract. What's he, 27 now? What would we get for him? 15 million maybe? 10, 15 million? What did we pay for him? 17 million. Actually, maybe we wouldn't get 15. Maybe about 10 million. Should we cash in on Danny Welbeck and then use that money to maybe go and get somebody else, or just try and promote through some of the younger guys that are coming up? Again, this is another one of those sort of conundrums out there right now that faces Arsenal. I really like to get your views on it. But Danny Welbeck, that's another one, along with Ramsey, where their contracts are running down and we need to make a decision quickly on it. Do you know what I want to ask you guys? Are you happy with the transfer business that has been done so far for Arsenal this season? Are you happy? I'd really like to know in the comments below, because it is an unusual position where we've done quite a lot of deals so far. Even with the World Cup being on, we've done, we've been moving pretty fast. If you even compare us to a lot of the other clubs in the Premier League, we really have been making a lot of moves. And are you happy with what we've done? Or do you feel we need more? And if we do need more, what else do we need? you know, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the show today. We'll be back with Transfer Daily tomorrow. We'll be coming from Russia tomorrow. Don't forget to check it out. Maybe by the time that show is on, Torreira will be a gooner.